And good morning and welcome to Touch Base Daily. My name is Ron Foster, touching base with you as I do every day. How are you? Good morning. What's new? It's Tuesday. And you know what that means? It's Tip Tuesday. It's Tip Tuesday. And today we are going to be doing tips on something I said, it's so immediate. Why not share it? And that is tips for effectively using Blue Sky social media. So that's what we're going to be talking about today. And some of you guys have been popping on there. I'm new. I'm there. A lot of folks are moving over there and from using Twitter. And it's Twitter like, but without all the crazies and the trauma and the trolls and all the other stuff that happens on the Twitter or X platform. So we are going to be talking about Blue Sky and how to effectively use it. Okay, so hang on. I'll be near the end of the show. And should I say show or just community meeting or connecting or whatever, what it means. So anyway, we're going to be talking about that at the end. So how are you doing on this Tuesday morning? It is beautiful out as it's always been. We may finally get rain tomorrow night, and I cannot wait. I love rain. I love humidity. Well, nice humidity, not hot humidity. Let's say good morning to some folks. I see in the building is Hannah. Hannah is the first person in the building. Good morning, Ron and Touch Base Daily family, she says. And there she is, and she gets the gold, and the silver goes to Aya. Grand Rising, everyone, Touch Base Daily, Ron and Hannah. And then third place is Mr. B, Mr. Brian Young. He says, fam. And then we have coming in Jazzy. What's up, Jazzy? Good morning, beautiful people, she says. And then we got Miss G. She says, good morning. And we have Chris in the building. Chris R. She says, good morning. Be sure to hit the like button. Thank you, y'all. Thank you, Chris. Chris is always on it. She says, please hit the like button. The likes should be as many people as in the building. If you're in the building, then you should be hitting the like. Okay. And I see Lisa's in the building. She says, good morning, everyone. Good morning to Lisa. I finally got my book. And I finally got a gift for a person that I'm going to be giving it to. So I got 2 books from Lisa. So check out Lisa's page. Go to Lisa Sealy 1 and get your book and support Lisa. It is a really good cause. I think it'll be great to also give as a gift to someone that needs some encouragement. And so I bought 2. And I'm looking forward to checking them out, going through one of them myself, and also giving one away. Okay, also Amparo, there's the Amparo. Amparo's in the building at Grand Rising RLP family. And I see Eliza's in the building. Good morning, she says. Good morning, Ron. And I see Omar's in the building. Good morning, all. Yes, yes, yes. And Eliza just said good morning to everyone. And I see Kelly A is in the building. She says, good morning, everyone. Warren is in the building. We got to spend some time together, Warren. Good morning, he says. Good morning, fam. It's Sony A1 Mark II Day, says Omar Ramos. Oh, so that's a new camera's coming out. Omar, do you think it's better than the Nikon 8? Just saying, the Nikon 8 is amazing. The Nikon 8 is amazing. So there we have it. I just need that water. Okay, Anthony Rowland is in the building. He says, good morning. Good morning from Anthony Rowland. DT is in the building. Derek T. Toggle is in the building. Says Ron Foster, la 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 la. All those names. I can't name them all. Thank you, Derek. And let's see here. He says, I want another Nikon Z8. I do too. I want one. I want one to start. That's a good gift. Anyone, any rich person that may see this and you want to give a gift, it's the Nikon Z8. That's what I would like. And I see in the building, Blue Sky has the best. Oh no, we got some miss. We got somebody from Blue Sky. Oh no, we got a troll. Is this a troll? Is this a real person? Oh no, oh no. We have to check that out a little bit. We gotta just screen that one out a little bit, see what's going on. We don't do crazy stuff here. So okay, I see in the building. Janet is in the building. She says, "Greetings, Touch Base Daily family." Okay, there we go. And I see here, Omar says, "It's a great new launch, but for 7,000, I will stick with my Nikons." I agree. I will agree. I will agree. Oh, I can't. A real AF. Okay, real. He said he's real. Okay. Hey, what's going in the building? I see. Hey, good morning, Tom Morris. Morris says, Tom, he says, good morning. Okay, guys. So what's going on in your world? Today is Tip Tuesday. We'll be talking again, like I said, we'll be talking about Blue Sky, how we can better use it effectively as photographers, because that will help us all. And yeah, let me sit here. Let me get my little glasses here. Hold on. Had a crick in your neck. Okay, there we go. I see here. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. So, guys, what do you want to talk about today? Oh, Lisa said, oh, see, we talk about cameras. Lisa says she was looking at the Canon 97X Mark I. Is that a good camera, y'all? All the photographers that are out there that collect all this information, like Omar like studies all of this stuff. Is that a good camera? Is that a good camera? I'm curious myself. I just know one thing. I do want a Nikon Z8. Putting it out into the universe. I do. Okay, let me also send some invitations out, and let's get that invites going. Okay, because this is the morning time. Here we go. Let me get those invites out. I love having conversations with my fellow people. So let's get that out there. And I see. Omar says it works, so he can't pop on. I just know I don't want to tempt Omar to pop on. I do want to call Omar to come on, but Omar is working. So okay, let me make sure I get this. I forgot. I need to get myself together. This week, I've been totally out of it for the last 2 weeks of getting these. Well, I should say a week. I've been busy working on 2 major projects, and they have been keeping me up late. So forgive me for all the not having things set and ready for you guys. But I am ready. So the QR code will be ready in just a moment for those that want to join in the conversation that are regular members. Gotta make sure I put that out there. Regular members. Can we vet our people that pop on? Okay, there we go. It is set. So the QR code is set as well. Okay, there we go. We are all here. So what are you guys up to on this wonderful day? I know, Omar. Yeah, you can't find a Z8 used. They are still hard to get. I'll have to wait until some new camera comes out, and all the folks will abandon the Z8 to get something newer. So we'll see. Yeah, we'll see. Okay, what are you guys up to on this wonderful day? Okay, here's something I want to throw out there to you guys. I just want to know, where are you streaming from? There we go. Where are you streaming from? Like, I'm in New York, USA. Where are you streaming from? I'm curious, because we do have people that pop in here from different parts of the world. And where are you streaming from? I know some of you guys where you live, but no address, just your state or your country, or your state and country. Tom says he is heading for work on a brisk morning in about 10 minutes. Tom says he's in California. You know what? I am amazed how many West Coast people are in our community. West Coast, look at that. Chris is California. Derek is California. Look at that. 3 folks from the West Coast. From the West Coast. Aya is in Florida. Oh, I did not know that, Aya. I didn't know you were in Florida. Look at that. Let me pop these things here. California. Chris is in California. Aya is in Florida. Kelly is in Tennessee. Jazzy is in Maryland. Nice. Where are you guys from? PA. Kimmy's from PA. I did not know. Kimmy, I did not know you were from PA. I did not know that. Hey, Jazzy, says Omar. Yeah. New York is in the house. Lisa's with me. New York is in the house. Where are you guys from? This was very enlightening. I need to go back. We got West Coast. We got the middle of the country. We got the East Coast. The only place we're missing is the mountain states. The mountain states. We got Kentucky in the building. Wow. Hannah, I did not know you were from Kentucky. And we got Texas. We got Texas in the building. Texas is in the building. Elise says DC. We want DC to be a state. We want DC to be a state. One day, we're not with the Republicans in control, but one day, Rochester, New York is Warren. Rochester, New York. Nice. Arlington, Texas is Miss G. Oh, man. Look at you guys. You guys are from all over. We are a mixed bag of communities here. Look at this. Hey, look who's in the building. Mr. Jamel Shabazz is in the building. Grand Rising and family, he says. And we know Jamel is from New York. He's a New Yorker. Where else are you guys from? I'm curious. Where else are you all from? Tom says, I've been thinking of going mirrorless with a Z8, but all the new glass I'd have to invest in is daunting. No, if you have a Nikon already, just get the adapter. I have my old lenses on my Z7 II. My Z7 II, yep, I have my old lenses. I use my old lenses all the time. I see here we do too. Good morning, Jamel. Lee says, good morning, Omar. So sad, Gwendolyn, that we are neighbors and still haven't gotten together. I've been telling y'all too the same. I've been saying this forever with you two. Y'all should be like hanging out. Hang out. So anyway, all you Texas folks in the building. We got Texas, we got California, we got New York, we got Kentucky, Tennessee. Wow. Look at that. So, okay. I have Elise in the building. Elise is in the building. What's going on, Elise? It's always good to have you on board. How are you doing today? What's new in your world? Oh, turn on the volume. Turn on the volume.
Yeah, I always put myself on mute in the background, so I don't want to just be talking to somebody in my house and all of a sudden you hear stuff.
and then I call you on.
Yeah, then it's all on blast, right? But things are going well, you know.
Yeah.
Holiday seasons or the Thanksgiving holiday is coming. My kids are gonna come home, so it's a good thing. And I got a little bit of baking to do for people with it.
Okay, that puts me in my next question mode. How many people in the building are going away for vacation? Meaning you are going away, you're visiting someone else. They're not coming to you, but you're going away. How many people are going on the road or in the airplane or on a boat? Where are you going for Thanksgiving? If you are, I am going to be, it's so funny. My brother, I used to go to my brother's house on Thanksgiving. he and his wife put together a great meal. They had the family, all her family, the kids, everybody's there. And I just truck over. It's like 5 blocks away. But now his wife's sister, she lives across the yard from me. So they said, we're doing Thanksgiving at her house. I was like, oh, that's great. All I gotta do is, if it's snowing next week, I'll just trek across the courtyard. It's supposed to get cold in New York next week.
Like, we'll be right here at the house. Everybody's gonna come to me.
Brian is traveling.
Oh, okay.
Okay, Brian is traveling. Who else is traveling?
Brian, you going to holiday?
Anthony and Omar, we can. Yeah, you. That's right. Great G. Y'all plan something. You and Omar should be hanging out. You photographers in Texas. That's right. Who else is traveling?
Janet's traveling.
Janet's always on Amtrak or on a plane. She's always going somewhere. I'm like, you cannot keep Janet down. I told Janet, I said, Janet, you are my inspiration. She's on her way to Vermont. Oh, nice.
Amtrak is my friend.
Amtrak is my friend. You know, was it last year? No, it was 2 years ago. Oh no, it was last year. It was last year, Thanksgiving. I said, oh, I'll just take Amtrak to Charlotte.
Oh, okay. That's a long ride.
That's a long ride. I was like having a moment.
They stop everywhere.
And people get in, get off, get in, get off. Then you got a new seat buddy every other stop. And then it was the college time, so I was like, oh, never again. And I mean, the price difference wasn't that great. So I said, you know what? I might as well just fly.
Yeah, you might as well fly, especially when you're taking a train, those kind of distances and places, because they literally stop everywhere. I went to Newport News. It took forever. It's like, wait a minute, you can just get there in 3 hours.
I was like, this is great. But, you know, I said, you know, let me take the Amtrak to kind of like go on the train and take pictures. You know, I wanted to take pictures along the way. Man, I was like, never again. Well, I should say never again, but not. It won't be my first choice to travel to Charlotte.
Well, years ago, we took our children on a cross country trip on Amtrak. We went we went up to Washington, up to Seattle. We went right down to San Francisco, down to LA. We went to San Diego, and then we came back across home. Like, it takes you like 3 days.
Oh, you know what? Lisa remembers my story. There were some people fighting on the train. I was like, this is getting, and you know, we say ghetto. I was like, this is getting ghetto on the train. I could not believe that they were fighting. And I was like, I just can't.
The only way the only way you can avoid it is you get in the sleeper car. My daughter was talking about it a few weeks ago. She said, I can't believe that we rode cross country. We rode cross country on the train, sitting in regular seats.
I've always wanted to do that. You know what? I'm going to do it. I'm sure. When I sell, just so on the sale update, I'm involving you in this journey I'm taking. How about that? I'm being transparent and being obvious with you all. So, you know, I plan to sell my apartment. So I'm trying to sell my apartment, and I talked to the broker on Friday, and he gave me great advice. He was like, Ron, do not put the house on the market during the holidays.
Right.
He says, because it'll just sit. No one's shopping for an apartment or a house during the holidays. So I said, oh, thank you. And then he was sharing, and then also he corrected my timelines, because I was like, oh, you know what? I want to just get this thing sold and I'm out of here.
Right.
And he was like, not so fast. It's going to take some time. We'll put it on the market. We'll get the marketing done. We got to get the pictures taken care of. Then also, when a person does like it, then they got to have a conversation. Then they got to meet with their banks. They got to hear from the bank. Then they got to go to co-op boards, and then they got to get approved. And he says, you're looking at a 3 to 6 month window. Mm-hmm. And I was like, oh, okay. So I'll still be in the U.S. until June.
look, we gotta pray. We gotta pray for a cash offer.
Yeah, that's right. Someone's coming with a bag of cash. Do you know?
Some people make
neighbor downstairs. That happened. Mm-hmm. He was selling his apartment during the 2008 crisis, which I told him don't sell.
Right.
Because my financial advisor told me not to sell. He says, do not sell. Do not sell your apartment. And I told him, I said, no. But he did. But they came to his door with a suitcase of cash. He couldn't believe, so he could not resist. He's like, okay, 300,000. I think he sold this apartment for 300,000, maybe he's 400,000. And they came with cash, literally in suitcases.
Right. Yeah, that was an
holy moly. I thought that was only on TV.
Yeah, no, don't even ask them their backgrounds. Just take the money.
Just take the cash. And then they eventually sold it. They did what they call they flipped it. They flipped the apartment. Next thing you know, I got new neighbors downstairs. And then they're banging away and tearing the walls apart and breaking down the walls and changing things. And but that's where I am. So I will be in America at least until June, maybe May. For those that don't know, you're just tuning in and maybe not know my story. I am preparing to leave the country and take this show on the road and go back to my favorite place in the world, and that's Africa. So living some time, but I will not live in Africa like live until maybe a year or two after. But I will live. It's now the plans are coming together. You know what they say? In the council of many is what? Wisdom.
Right.
So I've been having great conversations with lots of people that have given me different perspectives, their insights, and helping me to make these decisions. And so it's been really good. So I say I will share the journey with you because there may be someone that maybe wanted to leave the country as well. And I know it seems like I'm leaving the country because of Trump, even though that he is part of the reason. And it kind of like sped up my timeline. But I've always planned ever since I came home from Africa, ever since I came home from South Africa, from living there, I always said I would go back to live. So that's been my plan ever since 2017. And now life is, signals are happening to do it. So, and I'm feeling good about it. I feel like this is the time. And I plan to do it as and I plan to just be prayerful along the way and say, God, give me wisdom, give me insight, lead me where I need to go, where the people I need to talk to. And so it's a great journey. It's a new journey I'm starting, and I'm excited about it, but I'm going to include you in it. So, so it's about transparency. And the reason why I want to include you all is because I learned from someone else. When I started my journey as a photographer, my dear friend Barbara, who passed away in December last year, and speaking of passing away, we lost our oh my goodness, my brain is gone frozen. Please someone help me. We lost DJ last year. My brain froze there. We lost DJ last year around this time. And she was a pillar in our community. And it is the 1 year anniversary. I do believe it was last week. And I meant to mention it to you all. But it's been a year already.
Yeah, it's been a year already?
A year already. But my friend Barbara, when I first took this journey to become a photographer, a full-time photographer, 8 years ago, 2016, when I came home from my first trip from South Africa, and I came back home, and I was sharing some stories about what had happened and some things that were happening along the way with life. And I said to Barbara, I said, Barbara, you know, because I have these older women in my life that give me wisdom, and I'm thankful for older women. Mostly older women. I have some older guys, but mostly older women that really give me insight. And Barbara introduced me to Janet. Right. And so Barbara, when we were sitting down, as I was beginning this new journey as a photographer, I said to her, I said, what do you think? How do you feel? I painted the whole situation. She says, Ron, this is your time. And I said, thank you, Barbara. And then she said, but the instruction she gave me, she said, this is your time. And she said, but as you do your journey, tell your story.
Absolutely.
She says, tell your story. And I've been doing that ever since. I tell my story everywhere I go. And some people are inspired and it helps them in their life. Or when I'm at a networking meeting and I start sharing, they go, wow, I can't believe. So, and I say that with everyone. We all have journeys. We're all on a journey. Individual journey. We're in a journey here together as a community. We have in individual journeys. We're on family journeys. We have several journeys that we're doing. But something I learned from Barbara that I carry with me to this day, and it will be more essential to me as I take this next chapter of my life, is to tell your story.
Yeah.
Your story is going to help someone. Your story is going to encourage someone. Your story is going to help someone see light at the end of their tunnel. So share your story. And thank you for Barbara. And I miss Barbara. I miss BJ.
Mm-hmm.
And I mean, BJ used to call me every day to let me know what was going on medically. We used to talk about stuff in the morning and the night. I mean, she would call me anytime we had that relationship. She would call me, leave like she'll talk about 2:00 in the morning. I said, BJ, it is 2:00 in the morning.
She said, but I have something to tell you. I
got something to say.
But all of our stories are so important because you never know who identifies with our story. Mm-hmm. And we never, sometimes when we share our stories, we don't know who we're helping.
Yes.
We're freeing up to be able to share their story or to really address whatever's going on in their life. That's the way I see my stories. Stories of, the ups and downs of life are important to people because it's so funny that when you tell your story, people will start saying, I went through something like that. Or I have someone in my life who's going through something like that now. That's why the stories are important. It's also important, that's why my motto is living life, not just existing.
Live your life. Live life.
It's important that we do things and not go, well, I should have, I could have, or what if. It's important that we take risks in life that are going to be beneficial and that we grow from. And that's what your journey will be. It'll be something that as you journey through there, you'll find that time and God would give you that discernment to know which place will be your place to land.
Yeah.
But in the meantime, the joy and the beauty is in the exploration and the sharing that.
Yes. Yeah, it's exciting. And I sat there and I said, because at first I was like, okay, I'm out and I'm going to just live somewhere. And now I say, wait a minute, I don't have to live anywhere.
Yeah, because you're like, I'm going to go live in Paris.
I'm going to live in Paris. I'm going to live here. But I don't have to live anywhere. And so what I've been formulating is that I would live 3 months in Namibia, 3 months in South Africa, come home, live and then go back and live 3 months in Ghana, and maybe live in Togo, and then come back home and then live in these different other places around Africa and just kind of like do it at 3 months at a time and then come home and visit my loved ones. And my loved ones have been so supportive and saying, Ron, you know, you have a home here. I have an extra apartment. You can use my apartment. I have an extra this. And my son was like, hey, you know, we got the garage. Just throw your stuff in the garage, and there's a room right here for you when you come home. And you know, but again, and this is the beauty of sharing what you're doing. Yeah. You know, people are like, oh, I can't tell the world. It's gotta be a secret. I'm going to do all this behind the scenes and then I'll reveal it to the world. No, because when you share it with the world, you get so many options and opportunities. I mean, think about it. I mean, I didn't realize how many places that I could stay. I didn't realize how many people like, Ron, come stay at my house. Stay with me. Right. You know, you don't know until you put it out into the world. And then that helps you to make better decisions because now you have more information to work with.
Right. And
so I'm excited. And I'm also one of my photography mentors was sharing, Ron, you need to elevate your photography. You need to start thinking outside the box. And I was like, oh, that's a good. And so he made some suggestions. He was like, you know, you need to be a part of some of the museums. The museum crowd should be your crowd that you start hanging around with, connecting with people in the museum. So another thing I'm going to do when I sell this apartment, it will free up finances to be on the board of MoMA, hopefully. Or maybe I'm on the board for the Brooklyn Museum here in Brooklyn, or maybe I'm on the board at the Met. But I said, I'm beginning to see more options and beginning to see more abilities to share what I do, and the ability to reach more people. The ability, if I can raise money and go and do fundings and take my photography and raise money for charity. Now the chemistry of the brain is starting to go. You know, it's like, ooh, this is going to be a real good journey. And so for those that are 60 years old and or you're approaching your 60s or you're in your 50s and you feel like, oh, I'm so old and life is not, you know, I'm just getting old and I'm not going to be able to do things as I get older. Look at Janet. Like I tell you, Janet was like, there's no reason to stay still. There's no reason to stay still.
You know, I'm 68. There's no reason to stay still.
I said, I will be on the move until I can't move no more.
And that's where you should live. Yeah, when I went to Ghana and I applied for my visa, I applied for the multi-entry visa.
There you go.
And I had it for 4 years. So, you know, if people are planning on traveling, look at the ones where you're going to see if you can get the multi-year entries. Because if I just fly to Ghana, I can then fly on the continent without even having to have a visa for those other countries. I can just fly. So and I intentionally did because I say, you know, I don't know when that'll happen, but if I go back, I won't have to go through a process that I already been through. I have the right to go for the next 4 years. And they based the multi-entry one, like you can get up to 5 years. So if your passport is up in 4 years, they'll give you 4. If it's up in more than 5, they'll give you 5. So it really is.
I did not know that.
Your passport expires for them. We found that out because one of my niece who was planning the trip was all up in arms because she didn't get 5 years. I said, but girl, you only have 2 years left on your passport. So think about what you want to do. But I think and it's good that you already have people that you're connected with on the continent.
Yes.
That you can talk to, and as going over there, I would have to figure out it on my own, but it's still worth the adventure to go someplace and learn the place.
Elise, when you decide you want to go, I will connect you. I know you were on a trip with your friends from Ghana, but I will connect you with my friends that live in Ghana,
right?
Who have been like, Ron, come live here, come stay with us. So I'm going to be hanging out. You know what? I have options, and you all have options. We all have options. Right. We just have to sit down and think about all that we've created in our lives, all of the people we've met in our lives, and all the people we've impacted and all the people that love us.
Right. And
because we are loved. Someone loves you. Someone on the planet loves you.
Absolutely. And the only thing that holds us back from doing things is us.
Yeah.
It's us who shut ourselves down out of fear, out of whatever, and people, if you have money in the accounts, and it doesn't matter, because let me tell you, and I tell people all this time, there's that one, I can't remember who said it, was Muhammad Ali or someone said you don't see, no, Denzel Washington, I think, said it. You don't see a safe traveling behind a hearse.
There you go.
Because if you pass and you have that money out there, somebody's going to spend it. Why not you use some of your resources and allow yourself to live? Go out there and live. Don't hold yourself back. I think that's the saddest thing that I see is people who have resources. You work, but you don't live. You just exist. And that's why my thing is living life, not just existing. Most people exist. You do the day-to-day grind. You do what you feel your family and everybody else wants you to do. And at the same time, you're not living for yourself. Go out and live. Take that trip. Go out there. You feel like you wake up tomorrow morning and you have a passport and you say, man, on the next day I want to go to Paris. If you had the money, go to Paris.
Go.
Don't go. Just sit. And I learned that's one thing I learned later in life. And I learned it through my life lessons that I don't sit and wonder, and my husband says, okay, so I don't want to go, but I support you and going, I'm going. That's just the way life is. I learned I said this before, humans are so arrogant because they think time is guaranteed.
That's right.
The time is not guaranteed. Parents say, oh, I'll do that when the kids are gone. I'll do that when I get this. I do. And that time never comes. And you go, I should have done.
Yeah.
That's the thing is, it's like, I should have, and you could have, but you didn't do because you are so arrogant to think that you have tomorrow. Tomorrow's not guaranteed. And 5 years from now or next year, the next month, nothing's guaranteed to you. The next second is not guaranteed. So that's where I see a great part of human arrogance is that somehow we think that we're guaranteed time, even though we see people's time not being, and I always tell people, the people like to say this phrase, well, we're living on borrowed time. I'm not living on borrowed time. I'm living on the time that God allotted.
There you go.
There's no such thing as borrowed time.
No borrowed time.
The point is, I'm now living on that time.
Man, see, that's why that's why we do this. That's why this is, someone said the other day, that's why this is called Touch Base Daily. You don't know what's going to happen on this when we're together because we just talk as a community. We just talk as a community. I mean, this is, really great. And like I said, just get out there and live your life. I think my motto all my life has been live life like you mean it.
Right.
Live life like you mean it. It is, that is the key. You think about I have so many friends that have left us. The older you get, the more friends you have that leave the earth. So you realize that the time you have here, maximize it and you have your health, maximize that time. Again, how many people said, I'm going to wait till my kids graduate from college. And then they get sick, and then now they can't go. That's just how the world works. So just get out there and do what you love, do the things you want to do. Don't wait for anyone. If I waited for people, I would never be doing anything. If I was waiting for people, I wouldn't even be here. Yeah. The whole thing is
so
get
true,
out and do it. Just go out and do life.
So true.
Go live. See, you ever been to the Philharmonic? Go to the Philharmonic. You never been to the opera? Go to the opera. If you haven't walked down the street to that park down the block that you probably just passed by all the time and never stopped and sat in it,
go do it.
Sit in the park. Go there and sit in that park and take in the beauty of the people around you. Absolutely. It's so important. We have to live. We have to live. So and I've heard so many people saying when I retire, I'm going to, and as soon as they retire, they die.
you know, and I've seen that in my personal life. It's like, now you won't get to see that. It's like, go and see it. If you, whatever you want to see, if you want to go to eat, it doesn't matter where you want to go. Go see, if you want to see a sunset in Jamaica, go to Jamaica and see that sunset. Because you know what? You don't know if tomorrow the sun's going to rise.
Lainey says this. You. Lainey says, go alone. There will always be people there.
I know.
There you go.
Lainey just went to Ghana too. She was there while I was there.
Oh, she was. Oh, really?
We were in the same space, but we did. She was a solo traveler. So
solo travel is all that. Look, when I went to, like I said, when I did I went on the cruise to Alaska to do the whole Alaska tour. I always say, I want to do Alaska. I always want to go to Alaska. And I invited my buddy to go with me. It was like, you know, I said, come on, come and hang out. He finagled, he didn't go get his passport. He didn't do this, he didn't do that. And I was offering, I said, look, I got this big room, 2 beds, hang out, come chill.
Right.
I was like, I even gave him the opportunity of a free trip almost. All you had to do is get on the plane. And you know what?
No, huh?
I said, forget you. I'm still going. I'm still going on my cruise. And every day I met amazing people. And just like Lainey saying, I met so many people that inspired me, encouraged me. I met couples that were there for the first time. I met this father and daughter. And the daughter took the father on the cruise because he was terminally ill and he was dying. And we sat at the table and talked. And I learned so much from them. And man, just get out there. Well, anyway, I have a lesson to teach. So this is Tip Tuesday. I'm going to let Elise go. Elise, you want any last words to share before I teach something? Before we get into this lesson?
You know, I think we said a lot about how people should live. And I think, you know, I will not be sitting by wondering what if. I'm going to go where I want to go and do what I want to do.
Yeah.
That's also going to be safe and good, you know, and tell the stories. And I think that's the important part. And don't be afraid. And you know, going alone is fine. Because, you know, oftentimes when I travel, I am alone. I go alone. Ghana happened to be with some family members, but when I go to the other places in the States, I'm usually alone, you know, and so I try to encourage. And like Lisa said, don't worry about your friends and all that. Don't let people hold you back by saying that. Just go out there. And as Lainey said, when you get there, there are always going to be people.
There are always going to be people.
Always going to be people you can connect with.
Yeah.
So don't live in fear. Do it. Just do it.
There you go.
As I say.
Thank you, my dear.
Living life, not just existing.
There you go. Live life and don't just exist. I love it. Yeah. Okay. I'm gonna let Elise out. Thank you, Elise. Hey, Bryson, I see you in the building. I see you. You said, what's up, Ron? What's up, everybody? Sorry that I'm late. You're not late. You're just here when you're here. We love you. Janet says, Elise, so true. I love being surrounded by people that love life. There's nothing better than loving life and living life, experiencing life. Okay. There we go. There you have it. I do have I'm going to give you a couple announcements real quick before I go into the lesson. And that will be, if you are looking for an event photographer, I am an event photographer. You can reach out to me and DM me, or reach out to me now on Blue Sky or in any other areas on the internet. DM me and we can set up and connect and talk about your needs as a photography. I also do headshots and corporate. Pretty much my event photography is corporate and personal. So reach out to me for that. And also thank you for the sponsors, my Patreon community from Rolling Clouds and Atramis. And if you want to be a part of this sponsors, I am always looking for sponsors, and you can get your logo on this page as well. And so we can give you a shout out every in our meetings here. Okay, and so here we are. I'm going to let that out, put that away, and go back to my little banner here. And so we're going to go right into class. So today, the reason why I'm bringing this up is because this is going to help photographers. Tips for effectively using Blue Sky social media. Now, Blue Sky has been around for a bit. I did not know that until I arrived to Blue Sky. And you're saying, what is Blue Sky? Well, Blue Sky, let me just share with you also. I'll share with you my account. Blue Sky is pretty much just like it's the same format as the wonderful Twitter/X. Same format, same everything, right? However, it has a lot of extra bells and whistles. And it has a lot of restrictions on trolls and offensive people. They're trying to create a safe space. And what I love about Blue Sky is that it brings me to the days when Instagram was Instagram and the early days of Twitter for photographers. It's a place where we photographers can post. These are all the people I follow, and some of them follow me, and their photography. And they share. They share about their cats. They share about whatever they're doing. I am also, you can set it up where you can put in there your script. You want to follow politics, you want to follow entertainment, you want to follow photography, you want to follow media, you want to follow art. You can set it up any way you want. So we're going to go through this a little bit, and then we're going to head out. I wanted to take time because I did share with you that I have finally deleted my Twitter account. And it felt so good to delete my Twitter account. So many people were saying, I am so happy Twitter is behind me. X is definitely X'd out of our lives because of all the hatred and the bigotry that's on that platform. So I said, you know what? Why not, since I'm talking about it with the community, it is new. And what's great about the photographers that are on Blue Sky is that we all start at zero. You're like, oh, I don't know anybody. I'm not going to have any followers. Well, the best thing about it is that everybody starts at zero. Now, this is my profile. I've been there now a week. I've been on a week. So you're probably saying, why is Ron giving me instructions on how to use it? And he's only been on it a week. Well, let me tell you, I've been on it every day for a week. And there's so much more still to learn. But I'm going to give you the basics that I've learned in this week that will help you, and also from my little research. Okay? One thing I want to say about when you go on to Blue Sky is you want to set up your profile and you want to use your banners. Now, I originally had a banner here that I put in here, a picture that had Ron Lewis photos advertising my event photography. I've learned that that is not this kind of place. People are not advertising. No one's trying to advertise on Blue Sky. Now, there are some people that will do it, like here and there, but it's not that kind of place. This is a place where people want to just engage and connect. So I got rid of that and just put one of my photos there. Another thing I've learned about Blue Sky is that I have the opportunity to create an amazing profile. But in that profile, I can also put my links. Like I have my Linktree link in there that goes to everything I do, but I also have my YouTube link in there so that people can come to YouTube. And some people have joined the YouTube, subscribed to this YouTube channel. Some are here right now because of Sky. And so I said, this would be a great opportunity to talk about this with photographers and creatives, but mainly photographers, or those that like photography, those that love viewing photography, those that like posting your photography, whether you're an amateur or you've been in the game for 30 years. this is a great place to hang out. So what did I learn? What have I learned over this last week? Here we go. Tips for effectively using Blue Sky social media. The latest buzz in social media is all about Blue Sky. Unlike Twitter/X, Blue Sky offers a refreshing escape from trolls and negativity, creating an inviting space where photographers can connect and share their work. Here are some tips to help you navigate this exciting new platform. 1, engage with your audience. Respond to comments, ask questions, and encourage discussions. Active engagement can help build a loyal community. I have been connecting with so many cool people on, like, if you go here, this is my chat page. I'm going to pop on here again. I'm going to show you something. Here we go. So this is my chat page, right? And these are all the people I've been talking to over the last week. And also when they engage me or they like my page or they start following me, I send out a thank you for following me. I appreciate you. Just to let them know I care that they're following me, that they took the time out to follow me. And so then by me doing that, they usually end up saying something like, oh, I love your photos. I love your work. I love what you posted. For whatever reason, they tell me. And then some of them will start engaging in conversation. And then we start talking about photography, or we talk about where we travel, or we talk about, politics and what's going on there, because I'm in a political circle and I'm in the photography circle. So again, this is how you engage and build your audience. And then what they've done is, and when I post stuff, sometimes they really like what I post, and then they repost what I post. That introduces me to their whole audience. And then they start looking at my work as their audience. Their audience starts to look at my work, and then they start following me. And so over the week, I went from 0 to 265 new followers. Again, it's not about the followers. It's about the engagements. Next. Be consistent posting schedule. Maintain a regular posting schedule to keep your audience interested and coming back for more. So what I learned from Instagram, my years on Instagram, is I post every morning and I post every evening. I like doing it. It's so much fun. You know why I'm enjoying it now? Because I can't do that on Instagram. It used to be a time you post on Instagram and people would interact with your work and talk to you and all your friends saw your stuff. That don't exist there. But on Blue Sky, I get to interact. So many people see the work. And then they say, oh my gosh, I love this one, Ron. Oh, wow, this is good. I got to repost this one. And I am enjoying the community. You know I'm about community. And if I can find community, that is where I'm going to be. And so this is a great way of building community. So post regularly. If it's once a day, it is once a week, whatever it is, you create what you want. Next, high quality content. Share visually appealing and high quality content. Use professional photos. Use videos, well-designed graphics to attract attention. Right? Don't just throw out shabby stuff, but some people do. Some people do. Some people just throw out they're hanging out with their cats or they're hanging out with their food. But if you want to connect with people, make something that is going to make people like, wow, oh man, I never saw that before. So make sure you do that. High quality content. Content matters. Also, be authentic. Show your true self and share authentic stories. Transparency builds trust and a deeper connection with your audience, right? Be authentic. I am quirky. I am quirky in my little words that I leave and talk and share. And I leave my little words. I just share and I put a little statement there. Screamed when I saw the sunrise, yada, yada, yada. And people were like, wow, thank you for that. I needed to hear that. I thought I was the only person that felt that way when I saw a sunrise. I was like, and then I laughed, thanks. But be authentically you. Be authentically you. People don't want someone that's trying to be someone else. Be authentically you. Oh, yes, you can go to the App Store to get this app. So Blue Sky is on in your Google Store and your Apple Store. You can get the app, or you can just go online and put it on your desktop, put it in your browser. You can use it in both ways. Thank you, Elisa. That was a good question. Here we go. Now, what's the next one? Utilize hashtags. Use relevant and trending hashtags to increase the visibility of your posts and reach a broader audience. Now, what I've learned over the week is that some people frown upon multiple, like 20 hashtags. This is not the place, seems to be. I've noticed that most people maximize their hashtags at 5. And for photographers put in photography, hashtag photo, and then whatever genre it is. Like I'll put in hashtag travel photography, hashtag landscape photography if it's landscapes, hashtag street photography if it's street photography, hashtag, you get it. And just keep it to 5 hashtags around that level. So that way you are not, like, oh, this person is desperate to kind of like be heard. No, the relevant, and whatever genre you're in. If you're in the movie, let's say you're a movie follower, like Bryson is, he can put in, just went to see Gladiator, hashtag movie, right? Hashtag movie, hashtag Denzel Washington, hashtag movie lover, right? Okay, there you go. So utilize your hashtags. Next, collaborate with others. Partner with other influencers, brands, or creators to expand your reach and tap into new audiences. Now, what I have to say is that I found this really interesting about Blue Sky, is that I'm going to show you this here. Okay, now I'm going to go to my regular feed, right? This is the regular feed. And what you will come across, I'll just scroll, it'll come up even, there we go, is that people can create what they call community cards. Community cards. And what you can do is you can put all of the favorite people you love in a community card and then share it with the world so that they can either click on it and say, follow them all, or you can go through their community card and pick out the ones you want to follow. So it's a way of building collaboration with others, connecting with others, but also lifting up others. You get it? This is community. So it's a community card. You share your community card. Like this one says Star Trek Feminist Community. There are a bunch of them. There's lots of communities out there. Some of the, we may come across another one. These are all the people I follow. Let's see if another one comes up. Okay, that was the only community card for today, looks like, this morning. But there were a lot yesterday and a couple other days because people are putting up community cards. But at least you got to see what it looks like. And you can create community cards. Where are the community cards? There were a bunch of them yesterday. Okay, so anyway, but you get it, the community cards. And you can collaborate that way with people. Okay, let's go back. Let's get back. We're almost there. We're almost there. So collaborate. Next, analyze your performance. Use analytics tools to track the performance of your posts. Adjust your strategy based on what's working and what isn't. Now, you probably say, why am I concerned about analytics? Not everyone's concerned about analytics. I am. But what we also mean by analytics is like what makes people love your work. Why are people stopping by to see what you're offering, to take what you're offering? And a good way to do that is, one, see how many people are interacting, how many people are reposting, how many people are liking your work, right? And just kind of like look at it and then listen to them. Like, for instance, a gentleman this morning told me, he says, oh, I am really loving your page, but I also love the little words you're leaving and giving us a little bit of a snippet of why you took this picture or how you took this picture, or get some insight about the picture or your feelings about the picture or during the time you took the picture. And that's what that person liked. And I said, okay, I'm going to share more of that because someone really liked that. And I saw that the other day, someone else liked that. So I'm seeing trends that people like about my work. So I'm giving them what they like and what I love. So I'm using on this platform is a lot of my landscape and travel photography, stuff that I don't get to put on my Instagram page like I used to. So I have a lot of landscape I'm putting on here, and I'm putting my travels. So there's pictures from, Namibia, there's pictures from South Africa, there's pictures from Ghana, there's pictures from North Carolina, there's pictures from South Carolina, there's pictures from Delaware. So it's my travel places I travel to that I photograph, that I love, and taking some really cool photos. Next, stay updated. Keep up with the latest trends and updates on Bluesky to ensure you're utilizing the platform features to their fullest potential. This is very important because also there are lots, because there's been such a major flocking to Bluesky from Twitter, there has been a lot of updates. And they're going to have to hire a bigger staff. I do believe the staff is only 20 people. And Lisa was started when it was last week, it was 20 people. They're probably going to add more people to help them on the staff. But what's really good about it is that they're always upgrading and making it easier for people to connect and also to get rid of trolls. Like if you see someone trolling, you report that troll immediately, and then that gone. They try to get rid of the trolls. They try to get rid of all the negativity. However, not like Meta, who censors everything you say on there. Like you can't say certain things. You can on this platform, you can say whatever you want. But everyone is really created a community of wanting to say things that are not negative. Everyone wants to be positive. Everybody wants to share facts. So you can share what you want, but the community is not going to like it that much, and you're going to know it because they're going to say, or they're just going to ignore you and move on. Okay? So you can share whatever your thoughts are, which is really great. The freedom of sharing your thoughts, what you feel, how you feel about politics, how you feel about your photography, how you feel about media. You can express it freely on Bluesky, which is another reason why I love it. Also, so stay tuned to those updates. And I want to give you, one more. Here we go. Next thing, encourage user-generated content. Motivate your followers to create and share content related to your brand or community. It increases engagement and fosters a sense of belonging. So what we mean by that, or what I mean by that in sharing this, in motivating your followers, is at the end, you can also give what they call a to-do. right? You can say, hey, share this. Like I tell you guys all the time, make sure you share, like, remember to like, thumbs up. Make sure you put the thumbs up in the thumbs up area. Make sure you subscribe. Make sure you share. You can do that. You can do that. Or you can say at the end of your question, let's say you took a picture of a farm, and you can put at the end of the question, at the end of your comment, and say, have you ever taken pictures of a farm? Someone may answer you, and you can build dialogue. Now, before I go to something next, I want to show you some features that I think are that are not like Twitter, that I love about Blue Sky. One is, you see the home. You see the home page. So the home page is pretty much just like Twitter. It has all the photos people put there, everything, videos, little videos, whatever you like, whatever your setting is. But the next thing, you have a great search. And so you have your history of your search, and you can do your search. Then you have the notifications. These are all the people that responded to me since I last been on. So these are all the people that respond to my photos, respond to what I put up. Next, I like is the chat. You got all these private chats that you can build and grow with and talk to people and connect with. Some has said, oh, I joined you. I just followed you, and I'm also following you on YouTube. And then you have what's called feeds. So there's different types of feeds out there that you can kind of like look at or research and kind of like see what's going on in those areas. What I like the most about this is list. As you start liking and following people, you can create lists. Like I have political lists, I have a street photographers list, a nature landscape list, inspirational photographers, and I will be adding more. But I can now put them in lists and kind of like go in and be inspired or go into those genres that make me happy as a photographer. And then obviously you have your profile, and then you have your settings. And there's a lot of great settings in here that you can kind of go through and learn. Okay. And so there you have it on that. So let me go back to my last thoughts, and then we're going to get out of here and get you on your way. Here we go. There we go. So again, those are the things that are out there. And then we'll have a Q&A, a little bit of a Q&A from my experiences, if you want to ask questions. Promote cross-platform. Don't limit yourself to Blue Sky. Promote your Blue Sky account on other social media platforms to drive traffic and grow your following. That's what I did. When I was like, wait a minute, I left. I was excited to leave. So most of you saw, and you can see I made announcements on my Patreon. I made announcements on LinkedIn. I made announcements on all my platforms that I am a part of, so they can follow me on Blue Sky. And it has been efficient and it's been effective. So promote what you're doing. Promote it. If you want to build an audience here, promote it. The great thing about this is that, again, like I said, we're all starting at zero. And because it's fresh and people are kind of like just getting in there, get in there. You can save your name. You can put your, you get your name on there. Before your name is before you have to use, like I got in it right away so I can use Ron Foster. There were no Ron Fosters. I couldn't believe it. Because, when you wait late in the game, then it's Ron Foster -3955 or Ron Foster 0978 that you have to pick, right? Yes. Here's a question from Lisa. So your handle has Blue Sky at the end, or can you take that off? No, Blue Sky is part of the location. So it's name, Blue Sky, and takes you to your page. Yes. Good question, Lisa. Okay, there we go there. I mean, let that one go. And so promote your page. If you want to grow, if you want to see grow, and then some people are not interested in growth. So it may not be, you just want to just share your photos. That's true. That's good too. But I think it's a great way as photographers to get your work out there, and especially amateurs and people that people that would not normally get their work into a platform. This is a great way to start getting your work into a platform. Okay, here we go. Next one. In conclusion, I hope these tips help you make the most out of Blue Sky. What's your favorite social media platform to use right now? That's my question to you. What is your favorite social media platform to use right now? I am falling in love with Blue Sky. Now, I don't know what Blue Sky will look like 5 years from now, 10 years from now. Like we didn't know what Instagram would look like for now. Instagram was great when it first started, and then it evolved and then became a commercial junkie kind of place. Facebook, all of them. I'm praying and I'm hoping that Blue Sky will learn the mistakes of Facebook and Instagram and Twitter, that they will learn from those mistakes and build a great community for photographers, because most of these platforms is where photographers can excel in sharing their work. G says her favorite is YouTube, or her other favorite social media is YouTube. Can you have a personal page and a business page? I don't think there's a distinction between the two. You can set up a business page, but it's not distinguished as a business page yet that I didn't see anything that says business. Like, for instance, I could set up I have Ron Foster Blue Sky, and I can also set up Ron Lewis Photos Blue Sky. Some people have put in multiple layers. Like, for instance, you have MSNBC, and they have their anchors on Blue Sky. So you have Rachel Maddow, you have Chris, what's his name? And but you have all these people lined up with their individual pages, but they also have their personal page. Joy Reid, which is MSNBC, but she also has a page as her personal page. So you can just do it that way, but there's no like Pinterest business section, or like Facebook has a business section, or Instagram business. Yeah, those don't exist yet. So there you go. Yeah, I would say, since you have Hello Healing, if you want to set up Hello Healing, go for Hello Healing. I think it would be great. And then you can share your brand on there and share your inspiration, your affirmations, what you've done. Like, you do your affirmations on your Instagram, you can do the same thing on your Blue Sky, right? And people can have those affirmations every day, or every time you post. Yep. Any other questions? I'm going to go through here. Hi, Gwen. I'm there. Mimi Hint. I saw you, Mimi. I saw a bunch of you in here. Warren is there. Ron, this was fantastic information to help me grow my account. Good job. That's what it's about. Look, I always tell you, if I'm going to learn something, I'm going to share it. I'm not about keeping things to myself. I am about, we all learn together. That's why we have a community. We learn in community. That's how we learn. And if you come up with if you learn something, do share it. Do share it. Okay, so you have a question, put a Q in front of it, so that way I can know that you have a question. Okay, I think this is going to help you guys. I think this is also, so I've been told, is Blue Sky is not based on algorithms. It's based on interactions. Like the other platforms used to be, it was interactions before they went into algorithms. So that's what I love about Blue Sky right now. I am talking to so many photographers. Oh my gosh. I am meeting so many photographers, and I can't wait to cultivate relationships with them, because now I will have more guests on Touch Base Daily, more photographers. I can now have more photographers on Touch Base Daily, because I'm building relationships with all of these new photographers that I'm meeting, connecting. Some I've been following on Instagram and never had an opportunity to talk to, but I'm talking to them now on Blue Sky. So I'm enjoying this, because it's going to help us as a community, as an audience, build our audience, build our community. And like I said, I'm hoping one day I meet so many photographers on here that I can have photographers on every day Well, not every day, because we gotta have our community time. But at least twice a week instead of once a week, or maybe 3 times a week, right? So that's why it's so good to meet people that do the thing you do, right? Don't shy away. Collaborate, communicate, connect. That's how you grow your community. That's how you grow this community. That's how you grow as a person, by connecting. Fifi says, great info, Ron. Thanks so much. And Jazzy says, thank you, Ron. Aya says, thank you. That's right. So guys, put a like, put a thumbs up. Make sure you do that. I hope this benefits you all. I hope that you can now, I said, let me use this Tip Tuesday for something that is very current and very useful to people. Okay. So guys, that's it. We're going to get out of here. We stayed a little longer than we were trying. I'm always going to try to get you out earlier. But again, we're streaming, so we don't have to worry about time. But I do want to be respectful of your time. So that's good. What's your handle, Ron? Mine is Ron Foster. Easy, which is great that my name, I have a handle that just simply is Ron Foster. RONFOSTER. Together. Yep, Ron Foster. That is it. I did not choose to put Ron Lewis photos in this on this platform. I just want to be known as Ron Foster. So there you have it. You will not find Ron Lewis photos. You will only find Ron Foster. So I wanted to use it for me as a person, as a human being, and that I can share all aspects of my life. I can share my politics. I can share my photography, but it's mainly for my photography because I love sharing my landscapes and I love sharing my, because my photos on my Instagram are now pretty much geared towards my event photography and street photography. But this platform allows me to have my nature, my landscapes, my wildlife, and they all live in this one box. So I'm very thankful for the platform. Not Ron Lewis. My last name, for all those that don't know, my last name is Foster, Foster. Lewis is my middle name. So you will find me under Ron Foster. Okay. And what else is out there? And I think I do have, oh, you know what? Let me just share. I do have it I did put this here for you guys. This is my Addy. There it is. Blue Sky Addy is, I should say handle. ronfoster.bsky.social. There you go. I think that's where it comes up. Yep. There you go. There you have it. My is Blue Sky at Ron Foster, bsky.social. Okay. So there you have it. And I think we covered a lot. No more questions? Any other questions before we get out of here? I think we're good. Yep. Follow each other. And then what I would like to do at some point, I'm going to create a community tab. And that way, so all the folks that are in here, if you're reach out to me and let me know, what I'm going to do is create a tab for Touch Base Daily folks. And then I'm going to create a community tab. So that way I can shout you guys out and then people can follow you. So you can do that. I'll be able to do that later. You are your brand. Yes, you are. Yes, you are. You are your brand. Okay, guys, thank you so much for joining. Tomorrow is going to be another water cooler day. I don't think we'll have a guest tomorrow. And it's the end of the year. So we might have a guest next week to close us out for this season. Next week is our last Touch Base Daily for the year. And that doesn't mean I'm not going to be online. I will be online sharing and doing that other stuff. But I will Touch Base Daily, give it a break. So that way you guys can take some time and relax a little bit. There may be some recordings on during that time, so you can look repeats. You'll be able to see that as well. But definitely The holidays are coming, and it can't come soon enough to get a little break time. And I will be on vacation from social media, as in Touch Base Daily, from Thanksgiving to New Year's Day. So, okay, so I'll be off for a month. Okie dokie, take off a month. And okay, I see everybody here. Okay, let's get out of here, guys. Have a great day and enjoy, as we say, live life like you mean it and focus on what matters.